Hello, hello, everyone. We are back. We've got a series of interviews that we're doing today, so I'm glad that these people are available to even talk to me. It's just an amazing thing. So we are going to chat with Fabio over. I don't want to mispronounce his last name, so I'm just going to say Fabio. He's a fan over in Italy. So let's meet Fabio, everybody. Here we go. Hello, Fabio.
Hi, David.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to get the glare off the screen for everybody. So Fabio, tell me a little bit about your story. When did you first become a U2 fan?
I became a YouTube fan when I was 14 years old, 1986, 1987.
Wow.
I heard a tape from a friend. Then next year, a friend recorded to me the new tape of the band. It was the Joshua Tree, and I was shocked. Every song was amazing, and then I tried to have all the tape of the band, Boy, War, October, Unforgettable Fire, and Under Bloodless Sky. That was the first live, and I thought amazing also the live side of the band. And,
they are very special live.
And then on and on and on.
What about that first album, the Joshua Tree? Let's talk about that for a minute. What connected with you with the music? I mean, what was special about it to you?
It was special because it was so different from the music I was listening in that period. There were a lot of songs, if I think, With or Without You. Now, I think it's normal to listen a song as With or Without You. In 1987, it wasn't. It was, I think that in many moments of their career, U2 made songs so new. I think With or Without You, I think The Fly in 1991, and so different from each other.
Yeah. Tell me about. So, what was it like for you the first time you saw them play live?
I saw them live the first during the ZooTV tour in Milan. I've been waiting that moment for 5 years. It was 1992, and I was waiting. The Rotterdam tour, Love Town tour, doesn't touch Italy, and so I didn't see them. And that day, it was the 20th of May. The concert. We went to Milano for the gig, but there wasn't any gig because a lot of tier from Barcelona didn't arrive in Milano. And so my first gig disappeared from me, in front of me. And we had to come back in Milano 2 days after. And was terrible. Two terrible days, waiting and waiting.
Oh man, but I'm sure it felt good when you finally got to see them, though. So let's talk a little bit about your book, U2 at the Opera. I mean, what made you want to do that? And tell me about the project.
Wow, U2 at the Opera. I'm not a writer. I'm just a fan, but. It was there. I thought about it in the end of the 90s, and I don't know why, but the title "U2 at the Opera" was already there, ready to use, ready to appreciate, and I started writing something, writing my memories, my impressions after a gig, after listening a record. Then I saw that there were a lot of the stories I was writing had the opera as an artistic ways of expression as a common element. There were stories about Bono and Pavarotti, stories about Bob Hewson, who was a tenor, and so the opera was linking every story I was writing. Then I hear an interview of Bono that they said you two are an Italian band with the opera inside of the heart. And so I started to think what is the opera with the capital letter. Opera as an artistic way, opera as I think a way of feeling the music of U2, and I started to write that book after meeting Bono during the promo tour for Songs of Innocence in Milano. And so that night I told myself, you have to finish your book. Then in 5-6 months it was published. Then I thought I had to translate it in English to give it to Bono. And it happens in Turin during the Innocence Experience tour in September 2015. And I gave the book to Bono during the gig, and he watched it and told thank you, Fabio. And now that thank you, Fabio, is the ring of my cell phone. When you send me an SMS, thank you, Fabio Bono. And so it was amazing. And I saw Bono giving the book to a man of the security in this way, told him, keep it safe for me. I read on his lips. And,
that's got to make you feel good. You know, I mean, most people know that, you know, Bono's dad was a opera singer and a fan of the opera. So I think your title and the idea for your book really resonated with him. And I think it's fantastic. Now, I want to ask you about that little piece of art on your arm. Where did you? For those of you who don't know, Fabio has been supporting us with the film since day one, and it's really resonated with him because "Dream Out Loud" seems to be a mantra in Fabio's life too. Correct, Fabio? And he has a tattoo on his arm that actually says "Dream Out Loud."
Yeah, that's the tattoo. Can you see it?
I can.
Okay, it's a light bulb with "Dream Out Loud" over the resistance, and I decided to have this tattoo, my first one, after the Torino concert, because the first night I gave them my book to Bono. The second night I was so lucky to be called from Bono on the stage with them. To play Desire with them, and it was. I even don't believe it now. I believe it just when I watched the video on YouTube. Then, back in Parma, my town, I decided to celebrate that moment in this way, and so I thought that Dream Out Loud was perfect, and to celebrate something so good, because it was a dream come true, and so Dream Out Loud is like a mantra, because it for many people maybe they can think that are only 3 words, But I think for me, for a lot of YouTube fan, I think that few words can give strength in their life. And so it's not only a tattoo, it's something that complete myself. And I decided to put in light bulb because I love the light bulb just from the first leg of the American one of the Innocence Experience tour. I love the idea of the light bulb over the stage, Bono throw his up during some songs. And so the light bulb is that tour, and Dream Out Loud is perfect. The light bulb also reminds me to add a few words of the song, if there is a light, don't let it go out. And so it represents in a good way the running to realize a dream, okay? Some people told me, you're lucky. Yes, I was lucky, but I believed in my dream. I dream out loud to realize the dream. And so I was there in the first row, and Bono called me.
I love it, Fabio. I mean, that's why it's been a mantra for me to dream out loud. I had it on a license plate. It's resonated with me since I first heard that lyric, and it's in at least 2 songs that I can think of. But what's special about it is that it's hope in action. You know what I mean? It's we hope for something, and it's like having faith in it, and we put it into action. We dream out loud, and good things happen when we do that. And that's why I wanted to call the film Dream Out Loud. Tell me why you've been so supportive, and you're always watching our live feeds, and you're spreading the word like crazy. You've backed the film. You are so behind the idea, and I can't thank you enough for it. It means the world to me. That a guy all the way out in Maui can have a dream to do a film, and I launch an initiative to do it, and somebody all the way over in Italy gets behind it and says, yeah, let's do this. Why do you think it's important to make a film about U2 fans?
Well, when I saw on the Facebook one of your first posts, I watched it because I saw the Dream Out Loud title, and so what is this? And I read on Kickstarter. I saw your first video, and then I naturally get involved in your idea, but not only in your idea, in your dream, because it's something difficult to explain, but it's something that I feel inside. And I think that music, and in particular YouTube music, can do something like this. And I think your movie is something like my book, because I think a lot of fans try in different way to explain what U2 are for them. In different way, someone writing a book, someone playing songs in a different way, someone with a movie, someone with other stories. I even read a book of an American preacher, Get Up Off Your Knees. It's an amazing world of fans that tries to explain to other people what U2 are for them. And so I think that this movie is an amazing way to try to explain people this.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Fabio. That's really what it's all about. I don't consider it, my film, or it's our film. It's our story. I'm just the guy who wanted to get it out there and get it started. But it takes all of us. It takes every single U2 fan that wants to step forward, that wants to help, that wants to be involved. that wants to tell their story, because it's we're a community. I really believe in that. You know, in that line, even in Invisible, you know, there is no them. There's only us. You know what I mean? It's it's speaking directly on a lot of levels to the YouTube community, and I really, it just strikes home with me. As I've said, this is something I started working on and dreaming about on the Elevation Tour, when I met some younger fans who just wanted to see Beautiful Day live. They had no, you know, hadn't even ever heard the Joshua Tree. They were just so excited that they were going to see U2 play Beautiful Day. And I realized that U2 fans were generational. Their journey was just beginning. Mine had started in '81, so I was well into the journey. But how cool is that we all have that common thing? We come from all different walks of life, all corners of the globe, but we're all brought together by this music. And I think because the music is so centered in hope and doing just amazing things, we see what it's done in our lives, and we react to it. And so you see fans doing great things, and you see fans writing books like you do, and it's time to tell that story. So thank you so much for being so supportive and for taking the time to speak with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to, you know, as I said, the campaign's doing pretty well. We're more than 25% of the way. This is kind of how Kickstarter works. You know, in the middle it slows down, and then towards the end it'll really pick up speed. So I feel very good that we'll get there, and I can't wait to get over to Europe and get to meet you in person and interview you in person, because I think we'll have a great conversation. Thank you, Fabio, for taking some time to speak with me.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye, Fabio.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there was Fabio. I mean, what a great story there, and I can't wait to get to tell a little bit more about it in the film itself. I mean, it's an amazing thing. He wanted to write a book. He was just moved to write a book, and he did. And you know, U2 obviously really appreciated it, because Bono remembered him and pulled him up on stage. And this film isn't about just people getting up on stage. That happens, and people want to share that experience. But to me, the best part about that story is, you know, his reaction to the music and to the fans and to the shows are what drove him to write that book. He just wanted to put something out there for people to, you know, he felt the need to express how he felt about U2, and isn't that cool? That's kind of like what we all do. That's why we're making the film. So thank you, Fabio, for joining us. I'm going to take a quick break. And we are going to have one more guest this morning, and then this afternoon I've got a couple more guests that are on the East Coast of the United States. But in a little bit we are going to be joined by the one and only Philip Chambers from U2 Fans Group, U2 Fans Tour. Everybody, most of you all know Philip, but he shared some of his fan story with us, and I really want to just share some of that on here and talk about why he started the U2 Fans Tour group. Check back for that. We should be able to start that in just a little bit. And I thank everybody who's supporting the film. I thank everybody who's backed us. Please, if you want to see these stories come to life in, you know, really cinematically, shot with really high-end cameras, and, you know, produced the way a U2 fan film deserves to be done, then please, you know, support our project at dreamoutloudfilm.com. And I thank everybody who's been joining us. I see so many people who are supporting this from, like I said, around the globe, and it's just amazing to me. It's really humbling, and it makes me feel very good about it and very confident that we'll get there. So thank you, everybody, and check back in a little bit for another clip.